Good morning, YouTube. Guess where I am? Yes, still Virginia Beach, drive streaming again. Talk a little bit about my POD or plan of the day. Former Navy guy likes to talk in acronyms, right? But I am on my way. I took the day off from work, from my normal job, if you will, from iFly Virginia Beach, indoor skydiving, and headed out to do some drone flying / work. So really excited about today because this is long time a coming.
In 1/2 mile, keep left on I-264 West.
Got my, hey Layla, good morning, how are you? It's been a little while since I've seen you, Thank you for joining today. I'm great, thank you very much for asking. Driving, so kind of like me just taking a look at the chat every once in a while. I will, not really paying too much attention to it, trying not to pay too much attention to that.
Left on I-264 West.
For the sake of safety while I drive, of course. And it's not like I'm speeding or being aggressive.
On I-264 West.
It's not like I'm driving aggressively or being unsafe, because at least I'm not texting, right? In fact, a friend of mine, a YouTube friend of mine, did a spoof of me drive streaming last night on her live stream show, where she had a police pulling me over, a cop pulling me over while I was drive streaming. But it was actually very creative. I really appreciate that, and of course makes me want to and encourages me to be even safer, to ensure that I don't get pulled over. But you never know. I mean, I could be going too fast because I wasn't paying attention to how fast or how hard I'm pressing on the accelerator, and next thing you know, whoop whoop, police, they're coming for you. I would always tell my son whenever we see the lights. But let's see, the place I am is so good. If you have a drone, I can only imagine. So what are you waiting for? You could probably put out some really cool videos. So it's not a matter of if you have a drone, it's when you have a drone. Good morning, Andrew. Yes, coffee for me, indeed. In my Hampton, Sydney coffee mug, which is where my son is going to college, which is where he is taking a winter break for the next month or 3 weeks or whatever time he's home for. I believe he only put in for 3 weeks of availability for work at iFly, where he's a flight instructor as well. And so, yeah, he's learning Mandarin, which is kind of cool because one of his teammate, his iFly teammate, also is learning Mandarin. So they will chat back and forth to each other. Yeah, that's cool. Maintain your skills because language is a perishable skill. So. But yeah, I am on my way out to Smithfield, Virginia for a drone flying gig. Been hired to get some drone footage of the area, and a lot of it's high altitude, 400-foot tops AGL, of course, because that's my airspace. It is Class G airspace, so I don't require any airspace authorization, but of course will maintain appropriate altitudes to get the shots that I need. It's not like, if they want something higher, then they can get a helicopter to do that, but they only need something that's, high enough where it's different, so, people being dummies on the road, not paying attention already. And it's only 9 o'clock in the morning out here, or it's, 9 o'clock on a Friday morning. You would think that the traffic has decreased by now because everybody wants to get to work early so they could leave for the weekend early, right? But Dusty, good morning. My brother in the car too, outstanding. We'll have to get you live streaming as well at some point. Yeah, oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen that house before. Probably because there's always trees there, but they knocked out, or there's usually a wall there, so you can't see the backyards of those houses, but it looks like they took the wall down of the freeway. Those, I guess to keep the animals off the freeway, right? But, yeah, no, I'm really excited. I'm actually going to 3 different cities today. Smithfield, Suffolk, and then Chesapeake to film some specific industrial areas and parks and businesses. So, pretty cool. Very easy. I'm flying the DJI. See, I just jinxed myself. Very easy, right? It's gonna be really hard. So yeah, it is about a 45-minute to an hour drive out there. Yeah, that was me. About 45 minutes to 60 minutes to drive out there to the first location. It's still local, you know, it's still in the Hampton Roads region. And so, long time coming. I mean,
1.5 miles, keep right on I-264 West.
It is, this has been in the works for a while, and I guess just from a standpoint of, you know, timing, a lot of it was weather dependent, you know. There is a second day that I'm supposed to do for this job also, but a lot of it is dependent on the airspace authorization for the airport, because they do want me to fly like right next to the airport, a road that's parallel to one of our local airports. And so that of course requires a lot more coordination, which I'm fine to do, you know. But first we need to get the airspace, and once I do that, then I can coordinate with air traffic control, and we'll make it happen, because that'll be really cool to video as well down the road. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you what I've got going on this morning as I drive out there, because it's a long drive.
1.5 mile, keep right on I-264 West towards Portsmouth.
I mean, GPS says I'll be there in about 30 minutes, so. I guess that's all dependent on the traffic, of course, as well. It said I'll be there in 30 minutes, but now it says I'll be there in 1 hour, in 50 minutes. So, wonderful.
Keep right on I-264 West towards Portsmouth now.
All right.
In 0.8 of a mile, keep left on I-264 West.
You know what I should have done probably? I should have started this live stream after I went through the tunnel, because I don't know. Oh, interesting. Alarm monitoring system. Let's see what's going on here. Idiot. All right. When I get to an area on the freeway here where the traffic is low, then I'll get a chance to take a look at the chat. I didn't quite hide it, and what's nice about Prism Live is if I swipe to the right like this, boom, I swipe it to the right, I can't see the chat. So I'm not distracted. I can focus on the drive. I can look at the camera every once in a while and actually look at the camera and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? But still keep my eyes on the road, because I know if I...
on I-264 West towards downtown tunnel now.
I know if I am looking at the camera, you know, and I see chats going on, I'm going to want to read the chat. You know, it's, you know, the temptation, it's there. It exists. In fact, here, let's see, I'll show you the tunnel I'm going through here, if it'll let me. So this is Route 264 eastbound, going through the tunnel. And hopefully my signal maintains that you guys can, so it doesn't, but we'll see. I remember when the cell phone would always cut out.
Freeway.
Remember when the signal would always cut out years ago when you go through the tunnel, just because cell phone technology was not as good as it is today, you know, with 5G cell phone towers going up, and when 6G and 10G will come out, you know, it's probably already in the works. It's just a matter of, hey, let's release it on a schedule so that we can ensure that we make more money, as opposed to putting out the best technology now to make our lives even easier. Because, you know, it's all about money and all about business, right? Which is all about making money. And so, I mean, it's like the cars, right? You know, the technology exists already, or more efficient use of gasoline, but it's all regulated. So it is what it is. It's simply what we must do. So I've got the because I've never been here before, And I've never been to these locations before or
In
shot.
1/2 mile, turn right at the exit onto Martin Luther King Freeway.
Martin Luther King Freeway. I've never been to these locations before, so a couple of things that I did prior to today was I researched the location as well as researched where I'm going to be standing. Looking for like high-rise parking garages or even tall buildings that I might be able to gain access to so that I can ensure I get a good signal.
Turn right onto Martin Luther King Freeway now.
For my drone and ensure that I can maintain visual line of sight with my drone for both being able to see where the drone is, number one, and number two, maintaining the signal.
In 1.5 miles, turn left at the exit onto VA 164 West.
Because even with the DJI Mavic 3 Pro Cine with the RC Pro controller, I have lost a signal before. And it's so sketchy when you lose a signal. You know, the screen goes blurry and you effectively lose control of the drone because you don't know where it's at. So what I'll do is I'll climb to get a little higher, ensuring that I maintain my authorized altitude, maximum altitude, to ensure that I regain a signal of my drone. And once it regains signal, then I can take control of the drone again. Because what will happen is with the DJI drones, they will start to return to home, which is awesome, which is why it's a great feature, especially for people that want to go, you know, far and away, like the movie. So that's a great thing that I like about those drones. You lose a signal, you worry, but you don't have to worry. You know that, or you hope that the drone will climb to the return to home altitude.
1/2 mile, turn left at the exit onto VA 164 West towards Suffolk.
And return to home. But yeah, I scoped out all the different locations that I'll be at. Some I'll just be on the deck, flying the drone. For some, a lot of it would also make sense for me to try to get far away from foliage.
Turn left onto VA 164 West towards Suffolk now.
And this is probably a really good time to shoot, at least in this particular location, because they want an overhead of the main strip of the city, where because there's less foliage on the trees, I can maintain signal while on the ground, as opposed to being on the ground and not only being able to go so far. And I mean, I'm confident that I can get pretty far from the ground. I've done it before with foliage around, but for the sake of safety of my drone, safety of people's personal property, so it doesn't crash into someone's car, and the safety of people on the ground, you want to maintain your signals, of course, because everything that we do has got to be centered around safety.
On VA 164 West.
To include, safety for me as the drone pilot also. So, because again, these are unknown locations to me, when I get to where my intended control station will be, I'll sit, I'll hang out, and I'll wait for a minute just to see what kind of activity presents itself. And if I see, what could potentially be criminal activity, I'll move on. I'll change locations, because safety's a good thing, right? Number one. Number two, I will also, I would like to do in the future with this whole DriveStream as well is I'd like to be able to have you guys see where I'm going and then have like the talking head of me hanging out in the top left corner of the screen kind of thing, because I think that would be really neat. I think the way to do that though is to utilize my mobile hotspot with laptop and have two cameras, one set up on the road and then one set up on me. In time, right, YouTube? In time, we'll get there. Because I do a little bit of driving, a little bit of drive streaming. In fact, I think I was, who was it? Dusty or is Cool Cat? What do you guys referred to me setting up the ultimate mobile studio? And only because it's convenient for what I've got going on. I appreciate you, Tammy Jean, telling me that I would be a really good host, for a show on a specific day. It's very encouraging, and I'll get to that point someday. But I feel like I would be committed to have to do it at that time every single week, you know, or maybe it's a monthly show where I don't have to feel so pressured to, you know, ensure that I've got content for that. And I'm an old man, so I've got content out the wazoo, right? Who says wazoo? But I'll talk your ear off about anything and everything. Mostly about drones, of course, right? Because that's what this channel's all about. That's cool. I want to film that too someday. But they're just cranes, giant cranes over there on the port of Norfolk. But yeah, I'm not at a loss for content because there's so many different ideas that I've got and going through the brain. And it's just about sharing, you know. And I've got a small audience that enjoys what I've got going on, I believe, you know. So thank you very much for enjoying what I've got to say and what I'm going to talk about and such. And I feel like there's a lot more to just talking about drones as well. You know, I mean, there's the tech side of things that is part of this whole live streaming process between what I'm using to live stream with, you know, the technology that I'm utilizing, you know, my hat. As funny as that one sounds though, so I'm wearing my black hat right now, right? Because it's cold out. It's 30, oh look at that, it warmed up from 30 degrees to 44 degrees now. It gets warmer inland. But my son said to me the other day, he said, when I put this hat on and versus the white hat, the white straw hat that I've been wearing in the summertime, because that one's a lot, you know, cooler to wear. Like in the sense of heat retention. This is made of felt or beaver skin, I guess, or something like that. And it's a lot warmer. So this is effectively my winter hat. You know, I could wear it in the summer too. I'll just get real warm, and I don't want to get real warm. It's already hot in the summertime out here in Virginia, hot and humid. And so I'm on this road for a good ways, 2.3 more miles. But in comparison to this hat and my white hat, he said, I look friendlier with my white hat on. I don't look like I want to destroy somebody. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't look like I want to destroy. He's like, actually, Dad, even though I'm smiling, you know, apparently I look like I want to throttle somebody. So, and then when I've got the scowl or my thinking cap on, my thinking face on, it's even worse. I'm like, I'm not that intimidating. What are you talking about? So, on that note, I did bring my white straw hat with me. It's right here behind me. Can you see it right there? So I have it.
1.5 miles. Continue driving straight onto the exit.
So I have it hanging behind me so that I can put that on while I'm flying around, so that I don't look like I want to just, you know, I don't look like, I guess, what do the guys say at work? Yeah, that says, you know, they made a comment about how, I guess the good cowboy, bad cowboy hat or something like that, or look. But it was funny. I got a chuckle out of it. You know. So I brought the white one, so while I'm flying my drone, I'll probably put that on. Plus, it's starting to warm up, so I might need it from the standpoint of I don't want to get too hot. I'm glad it's warming up as well for several other reasons. I don't like wearing gloves when I fly. I like maintaining the dexterity of the control sticks with my thumb and forefinger, because I'll pinch.
1/2 mile, continue driving straight onto the exit.
When I fly, I pinch the sticks. I feel like I have a lot more control flying, you know, the drone, you know, doing like that. So, as opposed to just thumbing the control sticks on my drone. So, not wearing gloves, and you know what? I'm a dummy, even though it's 30 degrees outside.
Onto the exit now.
And I'm a dummy. Even though it's cold outside, I'll probably fly without gloves anyway, because it's only for what, 30 minutes of being cold and sucking it up to get the shots that I need. Because wearing gloves, it's just not that. If I were just flying straight and long shots, easy day with gloves.
Bridge Road.
Yeah, apologies for my loud GPS announcer, but I've never been here before. So I mapped out all the locations that I'm going to. going back to the plan of the day. Oh, speaking of which, that was the shot list, or the locations. My own shot list I created for each location. So I'll go to one city, go to where I'm going to fly from, and then just fly the shots that I need to, be it flying into that target, flying away from that target or point of interest, orbiting it, a top-down shot, if you will. They call it a rocket, where you go from ground up to altitude. And then, if it makes sense, depending on the point of interest, I might do some swooping in shots, kind of like what I used to do when I used to skydive. But a lot of it comes down to where I'm positioned, where I can see the drone, and that actual point of interest, that target. So we'll see. It's gonna be an awesome day no matter what, right? Even if it's just, fly straight on and those are the shots, because what's interesting about all these shots that you take, right, from a drone's perspective, what a video production company will actually utilize for commercial work, drone piloting and drone flying, it's all B-roll. It's not the main subject. It's all the establishing shots. It's all about the big picture, so that they can zoom in on target and do their talk, right, for the actual video. So let's see, what does it say now? I am still, all right, apparently I'm going a little faster than I need to be going. Or the traffic had cleared when the GPS initially said that, and I assume that it takes into account traffic on the GPS, like Google Maps does, because I'm not using Google right now. I am utilizing the vehicle's GPS system, primarily so that I can chat with you and not drain the battery, utilizing GPS, my phone, charging it at the same time with my DJI wireless microphone to give you some, better sound quality with the little puff action, right? See the puff? But yeah, I'm only about 10 minutes out, so cool. Put me back on schedule to arriving at 9:30, hour from when I had departed. So, right on. I haven't driven out this way in a long time. We used to drive this way to go to scout camp, and it looked like it's developed. Like, there's this complex over here on my left now that is brand new. I mean, it looks brand new, and pretty cool too at that, But here, let's go back to the rear-facing camera, because that's more interesting than looking at me, right? So, I didn't even look at the angle to make sure it was good for the rear-facing camera, but I've locked it down. I'm using a bullet point mounting system in the truck of a Ford F1 2000. What year is this truck? 2018 Ford F-150. Bullet Point Mounting Solutions, I think, is the name of the company. I actually might have a link to it. I don't. No, wait. Did I? I don't. On my website, jasonlavarius.com, I usually have, I should have links to all my toys, all the gear that I use, because I get a lot of questions about, hey, what are you using for this and that and that and this? And back when I was in the Navy, at my last, all the units that I've been on, I was the gear guy. I was known as the gear guy because I would do the research and make recommendations on what gear to get. Because I would get the gear, right, and I would test it out and say, hey guys, this is what we need to get, from our boots to winter camping, if you will, gear. This works, that works, and I should have been doing gear reviews long ago, like professional gear reviews long ago, but I haven't. And I could start doing that now. I mean, I'm kind of, lane goes away here. Kind of doing that now. with some items. You know, you've probably seen, if you fly the DJI Aveda and you've looked up ND filters, my video would have popped up to talk a little bit about the ND filters that I utilize. And I bought 2 sets for the DJI Aveda, the Freewell and the Start RC. Start RC? Star RC. I think it's Start RC. Maybe it's Star RC, I forgot. But you can look it up later on. And see, I wish I'd, let's see if we can turn that a little bit. Let's see the road. I am crossing over the Elizabeth River right now. I wonder what the distance is of this. It's not too long. I mean, it's an easy swim. I mean, if I had to swim across it, right? The last long distance swim that I've done was in 2010. It was a 3.5 mile ocean swim at the oceanfront. I swam it in an hour and 26 minutes with fins on in the summer. It was chilly. The longest swim I've ever done, though, was only 6 miles. And that was when I was in training years ago, back in '99. Maybe longer, just because, maybe it felt longer because we swam with the current, and then they turned us around at the halfway point, and now we're swimming against the current. So it took us like 4 hours total time to finish that swim. And they're supposed to start plucking you out then. They're like, oh yeah, well, you know, we're gonna pluck you out of the water if you bust the minimum time. But I think it was just for the sake of completion, because it sucks when you're swimming against the current. And of course they recognize that too. So like, yeah, keep them going. All right, let's see. The first spot we're going to will be a park. And another thing that I did prior to coming out here, actually right before I started live streaming, was, and I'll do this before I get on to the next city, but I called the local police department to let them know that I am flying my drone in the area, and if anybody calls in, hey, there's some dude flying a drone around over here, that's me. For several different reasons. I don't want to get rolled up on by a cop while I'm getting that perfect shot who's going to interrupt me. Number 2, you know, safety, of course, so they know that, hey, we got a friendly on site. And I am armed, of course. Why? Because I'm a Virginian and that's my right, you know. And you know, that's for self-defense, of course, as well, in the event that I need to utilize it. But I'm confident that I won't have to, right? I'm confident that if I must, that I can. And of course, even though I carry, doesn't mean I'm gonna utilize it. There's a lot of paperwork that's involved with having to, you know, if you discharge your weapon, you know. I mean, that's why I've got 2 getaway sticks, right? I got two short legs that can help me move out. And I'll go run away first. That's always the first option. If I'm solo and I need to roll out, then yeah, I'll run away. Now, if I need to protect somebody, you know, that's a different story too. You know. And of course, there's this thing, you know, I have this, I guess it's self-defense insurance, as they call it, U.S. Law Shield. In fact, they, if it's something you guys are interested in looking at also, from if you're in the U.S. and you carry, or it's just for self-defense purposes, you know, it's like $11 per month. My last name's a discount code. If you go on their website, it's uslawshield.com, I think. And yeah, they reached out to me, and I guess they saw my videos and say that I carry, and they said, hey, would you be interested in talking a little bit about us? So it's a paid, you know, I'm paid to make a commercial, if you will, or talk about them. Not necessarily on the YouTube, but I mean, I've got the rat cars and stuff like that to display. But yeah, they said, yeah, if you get people signed up, then we pay you. So kind of like affiliate links, right? Click on the link and I make a small commission. But it's a good idea to have. They effectively pay for the insurance or pay for the attorney fees if I have to defend myself and such. And they hold classes. You know, they bring in a criminal defense lawyer to talk about what you need to do. Hey, all right, let's take a look at the chat. Need a blue wrench, host? Amboy's Corner, yes. I can give you a blue wrench. However, I am not able to do that right now because I'm driving and I'm using Prism Live. So it's too difficult for me to manipulate that. But I will get you a blue wrench in the future, Amboy's Corner. Thank you very much for joining and hanging out. Additionally, I'm not looking at the chat because I'm driving right now. You know, I'm just chit-chatting away. So enjoy enjoy my drive stream while I shoot the shit one way in one direction at you. This is a one-way conversation, isn't it? And my kid-sized bladder is acting up right now. I gotta go. But that's also why I've got a mayonnaise jar in the back seat, because if I need to go, then I can. You know, in private, if you will. Oops. Cool. The light was still yellow. So, yes, if you're just joining the live stream or my drive stream for the first time and you don't have a blue wrench, what I'll do is I'll go back through this later on and help you out with that in the future. But it's just right now I can't because I'm driving and it would be unsafe to do so, particularly on these particular roads. If it were just free and clear highway, different story, but it's local roads. There could be a lot of stop and go traffic, animals running across the road, and obviously I don't want to mess with that right now. And I'm using Prism Live. If I were doing this via YouTube,
in 1/10 of a mile, turn left onto US 258 South.
If I were doing this via YouTube, then I would be able to do that. Maybe that's what I should have done. I should have done this via YouTube initially. But all right, let's flip this camera. All right, better safe than sorry. Yes, no, I appreciate you, Amboy's Corner. So thank you very much. It's what you can do though right now is for everybody, for all 3 million people that are in my live stream, my drive stream right now. Go ahead and post a link to your channel to a recent video that you've made so that
proceed 3 miles on the current road.
You can support each other. What's homeboy doing over here? Come on, fucker. Pay attention, your truck is skinny. Yeah, go ahead and post your channel. Post a link to your channel, to a recent video of yours, so that you can support each other. You know, rising tides raise all ships, right? So, as we say. So subscribe to each other, ring the bell, watch your videos. And you know what? You have to do more than just subscribe, because YouTube will remove your subscription from that viewer count. But you've got to be active on each other's channels also. You know, watch a video here and there whenever you see them. You know, it's too hard. I mean, I subscribe to a lot of people also, right? From a supporting perspective, and you can't spend all day just watching their videos, because you got to make your own videos also, for one. And so whenever I see somebody when I'm on a drive stream, then I'll go to their channel also, and because I see that they're actively participating and supporting my YouTube friends also. So do it, right, George? But yes, for those of you that are catching up, I've been online for what, about almost an hour already. I'm driving out to Smithfield, Virginia, about an hour away. GPS says that I am about 5 minutes away from my destination to shoot some video for a video production company that hired me to get some shots for them. So yes, took the day off, got all my work done yesterday and over the week. Great day to fly, you know, and I am jinxing myself because I'm talking about the weather, and if it starts to rain on me, then these things happen, right? Or if it gets cloudy, these things happen. I know when we used to go skydiving, we would never talk about the weather, because, oh yeah, what a great day to go jump. And next you know, it's cloudy out. The ceiling's too low. It starts to rain. It's ridiculous. And so we'd have to cancel the jump. That happened so many times when we were in Croatia. We had birds lined up nearly every day, and they're like, how the heck are you getting so many birds lined up, Laverius? We were out there for an exercise in 2009, I think it was, or 10. It was a military exercise, and
in 3/10 of a mile, turn right onto Ben's Church Boulevard.
I was the air operations dude, because I love jumping, and I just knew how to request aircraft for jump ops all the time. I think the coolest jump that we've done though was jumping onto that frozen lake in Norway. In fact, one of the guys that
turn right now.
One of the guys that
proceed 4 miles on the current road.
There's a really cool picture of a buddy of mine, Joe S, jumping out of the airplane, and I think he was saluting as he jumped out of the bird, you know, presenting. It was out of a Romanian C-130 in Norway onto a frozen lake, and that picture made the cover of like a Navy reservist back in 2010. Super cool shot. In fact, the person that shot for it was Ashley. I can't remember her last name. Anyway, she's actually on my Facebook, and every year I think I would get the share a memory thing or whatever on the Facebook, and so. Hey Molly, good morning. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, things have slowed down, so I can take a look at the chat right now. Where are you going, Miss Jason? Mr. Jason is driving out to Smithfield, Virginia. I am about 5 minutes away from my destination where I'll be shooting some drone footage and drone videos. I will not be live streaming the drone footage because I need to focus for one on the jobs, because this is a paid job today to fly the drone, some specific video footage. So I'm going to focus in on that. And what I'll do is once I get the shots for the job, then I'll fly around and maybe I'll live stream that particular portion. But whenever I capture video for work, paid video, I won't use that on my YouTube channel, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a handshake deal, right? Hey, can you shoot drone footage? I'm not gonna post what's going to be used on someone else's YouTube channel or on this company's commercials or videos that they're making for their client. I think that's the wrong thing to do. I can shoot my own footage for it, so for my YouTube, that is. So I'll get the shots for the client, and then once I'm done with that, then I'll transition, to getting shots for Jason Laverius specific. For you, YouTube. Say Tagalog. Ha 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 ha. Why are you saying Tagalog, Molly? Tagalog. I'm joking. I know it's Tagalog. All right, let me take a look and see. I am in Smithfield now. GPS has me. All right, I gotta make a right on Main Street. So this is the road that I used to take when we drive out to scout camp. It's been a while since I've been out here, and it would have been awesome if I were coming out here to go camping also. But because from this point to the scout camp that we used to go camping at, it's probably only another 15 minutes away. I would always call my wife from here with a McDonald's in my hand while I was driving at night. There, the cell phone signal and the cell phone reception is horrible, So, yes, almost there to my destination. And, oh, that's pretty cool. I think this is Cypress Creek on my right, which is a couple of the shots that the client wants as well. But first order of business once I arrive is to use the facilities, which will be my mayonnaise jar. Yeah, I used to use a Gatorade bottle, but it's too small in the sense of having to aim. So I use a mayonnaise jar, so I don't have to aim as much. But yeah, almost there, and that's what coffee does. It makes me go to the bathroom a lot more. But once I finish my, let's see, I make 6 cups of coffee in the coffee machine, and that's what I consume for my day, and that's it. Once I'm finished with that, that's it. It's like, that's 6 cups, like that fast, and yeah, I'm good to go. But then I still got to eat lunch and such, you know. And what I try to do spikes the sugar levels, and now I'm, you know, up, and then I'm crashing, and I'm up and crashing. So I try to, you know, just eat 5 meals a day, maintain a sugar level so it's doing this number.
In 3/10 of a mile, turn right onto Main Street.
And eating when I'm not hungry, eating before I get hungry so that I can maintain that sugar level and not spiking up and down. All right, so we are turning onto Main Street, which is one of the locations that I am supposed to capture. Like I said, I called the police already, so, and I did let them know that I am a Filipino dude wearing a cowboy hat.
Turn right now.
If someone calls in on me. But now I'm gonna drive down Main Street. I'm gonna go over to the location, the first location, and I might actually park in this parking lot here on my left for my first shot. No, it's not high enough, but it's nice open clearance right there over all these trees to move forward and through. All right, and a lot of this is just aerial footage anyway, so that's cool, and whatnot. So I guess for the rest of the plan of the day, because I'm going to be on and off the live stream, I'll get on again in about, maybe we'll call it an hour and a half from now. I'll get on, you know, once I park, and oh, this is really nice. I might have to get a couple different angle shots as opposed to just the overhead, because these are really nice houses. Here, let me see if I can flip the camera around. Okay, here's the visitor center, tourism bureau. I might get a good shot of that. Hey, Miss DJ Eva Enriquez, good morning. How are you today? Rear facing camera, just so you can see this little town that I'm driving through. And this is the Main Street that I'm going to be capturing.
In 1/10 of a mile, turn right onto South Mason Street.
From overhead. So what I'll do is I'll capture video for the production company, and then once I've captured that video, that's theirs.
Turn right now.
My video will be, when I shoot, it'll be for me. I want to drive down there to see the Pagan River. Yeah, I saw Pagan River. I'm like, what? Pagan? Like devil worshiper river? But Pagan is Pagan, P-A-G-A-N. Pagan is an American Indian name or word for pecan or pecan, which...
Your destination is ahead on the right.
I don't see the destination ahead on my right. That's someone's home. All right, I'm on a wild goose chase
Your
now.
Your destination is located on a road with no vehicle access. Please
oh,
refer
okay,
to the map.
That's cool. So right there's
Route
the entrance.
Guidance is now finished.
So, okay, so that's interesting to note. Let's go look at the other location now as well. We'll swing this around. Interesting. So even though I've got the car, my cell phone, plugged in or doing the MagSafe charging action, it's not charging, it's discharging for, okay, so close this out. So directly ahead is Windsor Castle Park, so I'll be shooting some video of this area here. Not exactly sure how or what, but that's the job. Let's go to the other destination and go from there. Wow, I'm getting warm. 43 degrees. I want to open up that window a little bit. All right. And then you know what I'll do as well? Yeah, so the live stream will get shut off in a little bit here, just for your awareness, and then I'll turn it back on again when it's appropriate. But you know what? I gotta go to the bathroom like now. But I'll give you something cool to look at while I do that, because this is freaking cool. Whew. All right, where's that mayonnaise jar? And it'll give me a chance to actually say hello to the chat as well in a moment here. All right, folks, if you're still with me, thank you very much. Just taking care of some business real quick before we move on. I'm gonna go and locate. You know, I wonder if I could just fly from here, because that's Main Street over there. Clearance looks pretty good. Several different perspectives, and I'm getting freaking warm, so. Which is crazy, because here. That's a pretty cool building that I kind of want to. Yeah, this would be a real nice fly spot, Andrew. You know, I mean, this might be a more of a, once the job's done in Smithfield, Jason Laveria's fly spot. You know what I mean? Because I've only got rear left door left ajar. All right, well, let's catch up on the. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Let's catch up. Opportunity to. And interesting that the phone is really warm now because it's doing the charge thing. All right, looks like an old building. That is an old. There's a lot of old buildings out here in Smithfield, Virginia. A lot. All right, so old building, nice hat. Thank you very much, Andrew. Yeah, for sure. And boys, I'll get you to. There is a. Oh, you hurt? Yeah, that's right. Jason, I will stop by again sometimes. Yes, thank you very much for stopping by, boys. I appreciate you. And you, by the next time you come by, I will get you your blue blue jacket. Keep safe, handsome, grumpy old man. Yes, indeed. Because I'm grumpy. I'm very grumpy. Let's see who else is hanging out. I'm fine and very much in love. Oh, congratulations, DJ. DJ Eva. That's awesome to hear. I'm happy. I'm very happy for you. That's cool. You heard it? Yes, loud. I've got good microphones. I even took the microphone off so I wouldn't have the have that Naked Gun moment. You've seen that movie, The Naked Gun? So let's see here. Yeah, that's only a joke to us because I'm grumpy. Let's see here. Have a good one. Thanks again. Mega love shout out DJ Eva. Let's see here. I know I got a lot. I got like an hour's worth of catching up to do on the chat. I'll only go so far though. Oops, it's squid indeed. Cool cat and boys could use a wrench if you've got a second later. Potato. Yes, indeed. I will. Thank you very much, cool cat. I will put the microphone back on here. I want to go over to one more location before I go. Let's look at the list. Everything is written down so I don't have to do the thing, you know. I have to send it to Justin. He enjoys it. Yeah, do it. And or Tammy Jean did one last night where she did all the when you have to leave the chair, I guess compilation. That's her thing. She likes to capture everybody's live stream, you know, mistakes or whatever. And or it will, you know, maybe that's my thing also, right? Like I said, I use a mayonnaise jar because the Gatorade bottle, it's too small of an opening to aim. You know what I mean? So I use a mayonnaise jar so I don't have to aim. All right, downtown May Smith, okay, Windsor waterfront. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this one more location. And I said that my first location is going to be the Windsor Castle Park, which is where I just came from, but it's such a tight area over there. I want to and what I'm going to be doing also, since I only have 3 batteries, is I will be shooting, and I'm going to shut the live stream off while I do the job for several reasons. Number one is I want to focus on the job itself, conserve the batteries of the cell phone, and also not bore you with me and not being able to see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, all right, Jason, there is an app that's on Google. It's called YouTube Chat. It will not read the chat aloud to you. Not sure if you have used the computer for it. I have not yet, and I've been researching the text to speech a little bit, but then I got distracted by researching something else. But I really need to figure out how to do that for Android, because I'd like to be able to interact with you guys a little bit more. You know, that chat to speech conversation. It'll be a lot easier for me to interact in time. But it goes back to the, oh, that's cool. Is this still Main Street? Nope, I am now on Church Street, so I turn right onto this road here. So this is not on the list, but there are some really nice houses, old houses here. Let's see here. Camera, there you go. Really old houses, very nice. So this is not part of Main Street. It's now Church Street. So basically back there, where you turn right to go to the castle. Let's see, Smithfield, and then here is Smithfield Station. So I will actually be Windsor Castle Park. All right, so there's the park entrance over there. I'm actually gonna fly from here too for the park side. And I think for today, I'm actually gonna not walk around with my gun on my hip, or I'm gonna cover, because I'm taking my jacket off. It's too hot for me now. I mean, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what I forgot? I forgot my drone launching pad. Unless I put it in the back of the truck already. That's okay. I could launch from the back of the truck. All right. So, yes, indeed. I sense a shortcoming from Jason. Indeed. All right, see here. See Google text-to-speech functionality on your Android device. All right, yeah, I'll take a look at that because I tried that once before and it was a little bit annoying. But that's when I was using YouTube Live Direct. But maybe it'll work better with the Prism if I'm in here. So I will do that. I'll see if I could try to do that while I'm charging batteries and then get on again in a little bit. But I'm at Smithfield Station now. Windsor Park is behind me over there. And so I think I'm gonna fly that first, then Smithfield Station, then hit the Main Street corridor. So I'm gonna sign off for right now, gents, ladies and gentlemen. I've been, oh wow, only 55 minutes of live streaming. I got it because I watched Blind Neil, and that's what he uses because he can't read the chat. Oh, that's freaking cool. All right. Google text to speech. Bet, David. Thank you so much for joining also, and that hint, because it's worthy. It's worth it, right? I think it's worth it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. You know, someone asked me. Yeah, I'm gonna secure the weapon. I'm gonna, for now. No. I'm putting it back on. All right, folks. I will see you shortly. I'll get on again when I go from when I leave Smithfield. But I'm gonna get to work here. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Shoot me an email if you got any questions. You know, Jason@iflyvabeach.com or Jason@jasonlavarius.com. Or if you got something for me to read, you know, or research up on, like the thing, because I'll review the chat again, but I can just remember where you put your side piece in the truck later. Yes, indeed, Andrew. I got a safe. So when I keep it in, when I secure it, like if I go what do you call it? If I go to the post office, I'll lock up my weapon in my safe with my truck at the console here. But all right, until next time, I'll get on again when I go from here to the next city. All right, so thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you guys later on. Bye, YouTube. End live stream. Yes, okay, and end it.